About 3 years ago, we were looking at how do we save people's lives? How do we make a difference? And the blood program was something that was hot, that was coming out. So we said, let's look at a data set to see if this is something that's worthwhile. So we pulled the data set from 2.5 years ago when we started down this road. And what we noticed was we were averaging about 72 trauma patients that we can make a difference in. So we expanded it to any type of hemorrhagic call. So we looked at OB calls, GI bleeds, even severe nosebleeds, and that actually bumped it up close to 400 people. So Joseph Bryan and I looked at all the times, and what we came up with is an average of 10 minutes is what an ambulance provider will be 10 minutes from scene to a level 1 hospital, which will be Wellstar Keystone Hospital. So we said, what can we do in 10 minutes? So we then built the program, the equipment around what do we need to deliver. So in the state of Georgia, blood has to be warm. So QuinFlow was the only thing out there that made sense because it's small, compact, portable like the military. Delta cooler, the military uses that, and we said perfect. So then it came down to how do we deliver the blood fast enough that it will give our providers that Lazarus or that wow moment so they know they're making a change. And we were like, LifeFlow. And of course, we were talking to David Crosby and Mark Pill about it, and they were like, oh, you guys will get a wow moment. You know, you're going to get that Lazarus. I'm a 30-year medic. I've been in this 30 years. So I know these patients, these traumatic patients who have got no radial pulses, unresponsive. Typically, those are the patients that you pump on the chest before you get to the hospital. So those patients coming back from a Lazarus moment, I was like, yeah, whatever. You guys can talk one ear, it's going to go out the other. So it just so happened I was the first blood administration in the county on somebody who had no radial pulses, completely unresponsive. The paramedic in the back was getting ready to intubate. And I listened to multiple podcasts from Mark and Dr. Hantevi who said, hey, resuscitate before intubate. So I had to convince the paramedic, don't intubate, let me resuscitate. And then for me to give 1 packed red blood cells and the patient to completely wake up to the point where I returned the oxygenation so well, the patient was like, hey, this is what happened ABC before I wrecked. And then after that, I was blown away and then started, preaching this to everybody. And then we've seen it multiple times throughout the 3 shifts that give blood that we have multiple crews who are getting these Lazarus moments.